Shalom uvracha. Amarti echkama v'hirachoka mimeni. Shlomo Melech says these words in Sefer Koheles, and Chazal say that they refer to Parah Adumah, the parasha of Parah Adumah in Parshas Chukat, which is distant from us. It remained distant even from Shlomo Melech, the most intelligent, the smartest of all men. And the question is, what's so special about Parah Adumah, which we use as a kind of euphemism to describe anything which is impossible to understand? There are other things in the Torah that we don't understand. Why shatnez, wool and linen together? What's the big deal about wool and linen? There are many things that are distant from us that we don't understand. But specifically Parah Adumah, the episode, the parasha of the Red Heifer, that's the one that Chazal choose, that Chazal identify as the one which is distant from us, that we're unable to comprehend, unable to understand. What's so special? I think the answer to this is that Parah Adumah refers to the problem of death, the problem that has plagued all of us, all of humanity, from its very inception. How can a world which is created by God, by the God of goodness, and a world that life is at the center of it, Chayim B'Rtzono, the Pasuk says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu's most basic will is life. How can death be a part of it? This disturbed Chazal, even in Ma'aseh Bereshis. The Pasuk says, Vayara Hashem es kol asher asa v'hinei tov me'od. And Chazal say tov is life and me'od is death. Meaning even that is included in the goodness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But how can that be? How can we understand that? The answer is we can't. And that's why Parah Adumah, that speaks about the purification from the defilement of death, is something which remains distant from us. It remains a parasha that exemplifies the gap, the distance between our understanding and the HaKadosh Baruch Hu's divine knowledge. Over here we say we can't see through this barrier that separates between life and death, between good and ultimate evil. We can't see through that. But Parah Adumah still knows how to connect them, knows how to go through that defilement of death that defiles us because we can't see through it, and somehow reach a purification. And the secret of how that's done is accentuated by the Ramban. When the Ramban speaks about the secret of Parah Adumah, the Ramban accentuates, he specifies one specific pasuk, and that is the pasuk where the Torah says that the Kohen takes out the hoitziyosa el mechutz lemachane. The Kohen takes out the Parah Adumah from within the camp to outside the camp. All of the korbanos go the other way. They're brought into the camp. They're brought into the mikdash. But Parah Adumah, we take it outside of the camp. It's a chatos, paras chatos. There's a korban chatos here. It refers to sin, and we take it out. What's the meaning of that direction? That reversal of the direction of all other korbanos? The answer is that over here we take the life, the source of life, which is the Kodesh HaKadoshim, where heaven and earth meet in the place of the Kodesh HaKadoshim, the innermost chamber of the Beis HaMikdash, and we take that life and we bring it out. We give an expression of that innermost life outside of the camp, meaning we say that even in the darkest places, the places where the light of life can't reach, we don't see it, we're unable to see how life can light up death. There's a barrier that we're unable to cross. Even there, the Parah Adumah is able to give expression, to articulate how the life of the Kodesh HaKadoshim, the life of HaKadosh Baruch Hu within the world, is able to light up those places that are ultimate darkness from our perspective. From the divine perspective, they're still lit. They're still given that life, that eternal life of the Kodesh HaKadoshim. And that's why in Parah Adumah we have this secret of coming out from within the Kodesh HaKadoshim and giving life beyond. Tchias HaMesim, the ultimate coming back to life, the ultimate resurrection, is a part of our basic faith. Because we have it on faith that even death is included in life. We can't understand it. It's something which we're unable to fathom. Our humanity ends with death. We don't see beyond it. And nonetheless, the parasha of Parah Adumah This is where Tchias HaMesim is expressed in the halachic sense of taking from that eternal life of the Kodesh HaKadoshim and spreading it even to the darkest places. And even in our own lives, there are areas, there are certain holes, certain corners of our own life that are darkened, that we're unable to light up, that we feel this is some place, this is some area of my own life that I don't feel life. I don't feel that I live. I feel that this is somehow related to death, somehow unrelated to my life. I'm unable to light it up. And the Torah tells us, yes, even those corners that from our perspective are so dark and so difficult and so hard for us to deal with and to integrate into our lives, even those corners are somehow lit up. Amarti ech kama v'rechoka mimeni. There are some places that are distant from us, that we're unable to wrap our heads around. But even those places tells us the Parsha of Parah Adumah, even those places have a part. They're somehow included in the eternal connection, the eternal life that we have together with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that emanate from the Kodesh HaKadoshim, from the place that joins together the heavens and the earth. Our task, our job here, is to try to feel that connection as much as possible. But even when we're unable to, we know that it's there. We should all have a wonderful Shabbos.